11 days removed from one of the greatest matches in USL history. Tonight, the Tampa Bay Rowdies and Louisville City write a new chapter in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Two legendary clubs, only one advances tonight. Welcome everybody to the Tampa Bay area. It is a beautiful Wednesday night for Tampa Bay hosting Louisville City. Tonight's pre-match show brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. And Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance in the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Go to PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. And with that, we welcome you inside the booth. Thrilled you're here. Drew Felios alongside the Rowdies legend, Jeff Attinella, and we are still talking about that epic match 11 days ago. Tampa Bay and Lou City. How incredible was it, Jeff?
One of the most exciting games that I've ever seen, and I've watched a lot of soccer in my life. Just the first half from Lou City was great from that side, but the way that the Rowdies were able to bounce back after halftime, it was really one of the most special nights that we've had at Al Lang Stadium in a long time.
Now, the reason why the Rowdies are playing so well, one of the big reasons that is the play of M.D. Myers. He has been spectacular as of late. What about his game is clicking?
Well, I think for him, getting goals in the back of the net is so important.
Babe, are we out of paper towels?
I think so. And maybe a new toy for Sunny.
Already in my cart. Ooh, it's the newest viral tumbler.
I mean, we're getting instant cash back, so go for it.
Suncoast Cashback Plus gives you up to 20% back combined with your Suncoast Credit Union checking or savings account. From everyday purchases, dining out, or buying gift cards, you'll get cash back on the spot. Get started at suncoast.com/morecash.
That must be our new 500 times the cash scratch off. What a massive multiplier.
It's like I always say, go big or go bigger.
And it'll help us do huge things for education.
Donut?
I'll take 500.
I'll get the multiplier.
Times the cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Your love of driving started early. As you zoomed down your imaginary highway, someone was always there to protect you, to make sure you're still covered. Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today.
Moments away from game time. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Louisville City FC here at this historic venue, Al Lang Stadium. And kickoff about a half hour earlier than we are used to here in downtown St. Petersburg. The Rowdies will come out in the 3-5-2. They'll shuffle the lineup just a bit. And when you look at Tampa Bay, a new face, yet an old face. Number 2, Connor Antley, back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, it's exciting to see Connor Antley back in this lineup, a player that the Tampa Bay Rowdies are familiar with. Look for Perez and Cruz. They're going to be providing the width out wide, especially when you're talking about trying to get themselves involved in the attack. But, of course, a lot of this team runs through Cicerone and Myers. Those are the two big signings in the offseason. They've been hot as of late. They had a huge moment in that last Lou City game that we've been talking about. So look for those two to really carry the team offensively.
Jamali Wade in net. He is a mainstay in goal for Lou City. Now remember, they lost the last time they were here, but they were up 3-0 at one point. What about their lineup scares you?
They were very impressive in the first half. We talked about Morris in the open, but really those front three, Wilson, Donovan, and Perez, those three are going to be leading the attack for this Lou City team. And I actually really like the way that Ferreau played in goal, especially for Louisville in this last Rowdies game. Even though they gave up the 5, he still had 4 or 5 crucial saves, so look for him to have a big night tonight as well.
Ferreau, the Frenchman, one of the best in the league. As Lou City wears their familiar purple, Tampa Bay will wear the home white kits here tonight. It is another scorcher in the Tampa Bay area, about 90 degrees, feels about 95 down on the field. Jeff, you felt it.
Yeah, it's hot down there. So we'll see how that does for the game. Luckily, there's a lot of shade right now on the field when you're talking about the coverage that you're getting from the stadium, especially down on this Lou City defensive side. But that's something that Jamali Wade's going to have to deal with as the sun is up a little bit higher than we're used to seeing.
Underway from downtown St. Pete. Prinx Tires USL Cup 3, thrilled to bring it to you. As Tampa Bay already comes out firing. Charlie Ostrom, top assist guy for the Rowdies.
I love that off the kickoff from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They almost lined up like a football play. Launch it downfield, get the ball into the Lou City defense, and then they were able to retain that possession, but already trying to put the pressure on this Lou City back line.
Also notice number 27, Lawrence Wyke in the lineup for the Rowdies. He is a guy that has just become accustomed kind of mixing things up. You never know what to expect. He is a bit of an enforcer out there. There he is.
It's great to see Lawrence Wyke back in the lineup. You talk about a player like Max Schneider as well. He's dropped down from his normal 6 role, playing in that center of those 3 defensive backs.
So Lou City will go here. Jake Morris trying to penetrate the Rowdies' defense. Already Lou City sending one in, and a very aggressive attack. And it's time for our coaching matchup. 2 outstanding ones tonight. This brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. Dominic Casciato on one side. You know, we know he's a very steady coach, but we're seeing his emotional side as of late.
Yeah, especially in that last home game, right? He was very fired up, getting the crowd involved, but he's really been pushing the right buttons all season long for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. When you talk about the players that he was able to bring in, really doing a number right now for the Tampa Bay Rowdies at the head coaching spot.
And we tried to show you Simon Bird, but right now he is covered.
He's covered in the smoke. He's covered in the smoke. Rouse Bob and the Skyway Casuals doing their thing, but Simon Bird, he stepped into that head coaching role. His teams start fast. Lou City's a team that has really good first halves. They've had a little bit of trouble maintaining leads and keeping the steady pace in the second half as well, but that's something they're going to try to adjust to tonight.
So Morris on the throw, and we'll get right to our keys to the match while we have a chance. Brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. Jeff, what are you looking for here tonight?
90-plus minutes from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They're a team that when they're locked in for the full 90 minutes, they've proven to be very difficult to beat, but they are a team that starts a little bit slow. Counter that with Lou City's ability to start fast. That's what we saw in the last game, so it's up for the Rowdies to maintain their composure and maintain that steady play throughout the full 90 minutes. We talk about Lou City. I think they really need to be organized in the transition. The Rowdies are a team that love to get those outside backs flying, but they're also a team that likes to strike quick. So if Lou City is able to stay organized in those transitional moments, it'll make it a little bit harder for the Rowdies to get those opportunities on net tonight.
So Lou City trying to go over the top here. And there you see Jamali Waite able to scoop this one up. Injury report, Rowdies relatively healthy. That injury to Schaefer, Brian Schaefer, the defenseman, really hurts.
Yeah, exactly. And you're talking about the center backs as well. That's why the Rowdies have had to bring some players in on loan. It's one of those things that just happens in the game of soccer sometimes. There's really one position that gets hammered pretty hard. And for the Rowdies this year, it's been that center back position. But fortunately, they've had players like Nate Dos Santos, who's been steady all season long. And he's really been one of the anchors for those center backs so far this season.
So Tampa Bay playing a little keep away here. Nice touch there by Max Schneider. Dos Santos adds to that. Let's introduce you to the officials as well. Our head official tonight, Joshua Encarnacio, is our main guy. Assistant referees, Joe Suchowski and Adam Cook. Tampa Bay right now trying to sort of set the tone. Where does this rivalry go from here? Ended on such a high note 11 days ago. Such an emotional contest. And the Rowdies, although Tampa Bay had played such stellar soccer all year long, they didn't have that one match to really grip a crowd, to make the entire community believe, you know what, this team is for real. I think that was the match, Jeff, that really did it.
I've been calling it the FOMO moment, right? The Rowdies really had a FOMO moment in that game where if you weren't at Al Lang Stadium 2 weeks ago and you read all the highlights, you saw all the tweets, you saw Men in Blazers sharing it, it was really one of those games that if you weren't in the stadium, you really missed out. So to get this same matchup in a tournament game just 2 weeks later in the same stadium, I think that the emotions of both these teams are going to be really important, especially early on in this one. So it'll be interesting to see how much carryover there is from that game.
Saw Lewis Hilton. He looks better than ever. Bay get a little physical here in the 5th minute. Far side now. Rowdies with Ostrom. Good pace on it. Right up that end line. Touch line, rather, as he crosses it back. And now Tampa Bay controls it.
So comfortable getting himself forward is Charlie Ostrom, leading the team in assist. Spoke with him on the podcast. He played a little bit of center mid in New Zealand, which is a big part of the reason why his vision has been so good when he's making those runs up that left side.
Now it's Dos Santos. Schneider with Lewis Hilton. Hilton's got options. Tampa Bay, nice job of keep away here. Good possession. Hilton now works out of center circle. Comes near side. It's Antley. Connor just misjudges it. That time as the ball skips out of bounds. Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL Championship from grassroots to the pros. There every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and much more. Select is the player's choice.
You're already seeing a Lou City team that's doing a better job staying organized defensively. They're making it a little bit difficult for the Tampa Bay Rowdies to break them down, really settled in their blocks. Lewis Hilton tried to switch the ball side to side. That's what you need to do against a team that's defending the way that they are to start this game early.
So now the Rowdies will start from the back. Max Schneider, Lawrence White. Dos Santos. A little pressure here by the visiting side.
And these are moments where the Rowdies really need to be careful. Lou City does such a good job of pressing high. You see it from their starting forward, their number 9. Once he starts to go, the other wingers, the other offensive-minded players are waiting for their opportunity. Once that ball goes in their direction, they're going to press and make it hard for the Tampa Bay Rowdies to build out of the back.
Now it's Kyle Adama, the New Zealander. Set back here, Jansen Wilson. Former Kentucky star, also played at Belmont. New City coming in here, 14 wins overall on the season.
It's almost weird going 7 minutes seeing these two teams on the field without a goal being scored based off of the last time these two played.
That was one wild night. As this ball's going to be sent out of bounds, Lou City will throw it in. Second trip to Al Lang here in less than 2 weeks. Do have a nice streak going. They have scored in their last 8 outings, has Lou City.
It's a very dangerous team offensively. Their problem's just been holding on to the lead, so I know that that's something that the coach has absolutely addressed, but again, this is something that the Rowdies, I know there was a lot of goal scoring in the last game, but the Rowdies pride themselves on being a good defensive team. Already you're seeing them a little bit more structured, a little bit more dialed into this than the start of the last one.
Ball's going to be sent side to side. Nicely done here by Lou City. Able to keep possession. Zach Duncan. And good job by Lawrence White right there, just holding his ground. And Rowdies trying to win possession back.
It's great passing there from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Try to set up those little triangles, get yourself out of pressure, maintain that possession of the ball, and make Lou City drop back into their defensive shell.
Louisville City's last performance, a 1-1 draw to San Antonio. Rowdies went on the road cross country, took down Orange County 3-0. That was really impressive.
Very impressive. 0 shots on goal for the Orange County team. That's a team that's sitting in first place in the West as well. So a very impressive performance cross country. But again, for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, it's a lot of travel in a short span of time, a lot of emotional games. See how much that impacts the team tonight.
White will give it a ride. Just put it into the open field. See Cicerone chasing. And the ball will be picked up by Hugo Farul right there.
Smart play there from the defender Adams. Feels the pressure, Cicerone just heads it back to his goalkeeper. Nice, calm, collected defending there.
Davila right there. Number 8. 3 times all USL first team. Jansen Wilson now. Here's Jake Morris. Morris trying to find some open space. The wall of Rowdies eventually able to cut him off. Oh, there's a lazy pass right there. Setting up an opportunity, and this one is just off. Jamali Waite, lucky to dodge a bullet.
Max Schneider, he does a good job stepping up there defensively. Just gives the ball away a little bit too cheaply. Fortunately for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, that one goes a little bit wide as we watch it here. A lot of traffic there, difficult pass. I don't think he saw him. Fortunate for the Rowdies, they were able to get out of that one as Wilson puts his foot through it, just unable to get that curve that he was looking for. Trying to find that far post. It's one of the things against a pressing team like Lou City, you have to be careful with the ball in the back. Even if you think a pass is on, you know that they're going to be coming flying. If there's a lot of numbers around, there's nothing wrong with just lumping the ball up to either Myers or Cicerone.
Cicerone just pulled down from behind. No whistle from the official. We play on here. Antley. He's trying to scrap, and now that will be called. So the official, Joshua Encarnacion, clearly missed one there.
We have a cup game here. Hopefully the referee lets him play a little bit. I think the one on Antley was pretty obvious there. He was able to get around him. Morse was able to get around him. Saw a little bit of a pool, but I think the referee understands what he's walking into when you have these two teams playing. So hopefully he lets him play a little bit tonight.
So here comes Lou City. Rowdies retreating. Trying to make sure everybody's accounted for here. Nice footwork that time. Sending it right. Trying to cross it in. Lou City wanted a handball that time. Not going to get it. They will get a corner kick out of it, though.
Difficult for both defenders and the goalkeeper in these situations. When you talk about the shadows on the field, you can see the sun really is only shining through on this right side. So dealing with this ball is going to most likely be coming into the air. Being able to track it's always a difficult thing when you're dealing with crosses in these types of situations.
So our first Connie Grill corner kick of the night. We're in the 12th minute. Once again, Lewis Hilton coming in hot. And Wade able to take it out of the air. How about that?
Good vision there from the goalkeeper.
Now Cicerone trying to catch it in stride. Russell will go down. Here Rouse Mobb loving his effort though. Number 10.
Two great efforts there. First from Lewis Hilton, able to step up. That's what he does so well, getting stuck in on tackles, and then a good recognition there from the goalkeeper, Jamali Waite. Puts a perfect ball in the head of Cicerone, but unfortunately unable to just control that with his head.
Throw in here for Jake Morse. Just joining us, this is a Prinx Tires USL Cup match. Rowdies playing for the right to advance to the semifinals. And the semifinals in less than a month, Wednesday, September 9th. So when you're playing in a cup event during the regular season, Jeff, it's very different. You play, you win, you gotta wait. It's during the regular season, it weaves in. Kind of is a different change of pace and a different challenge for the players.
Absolutely, but there's a different energy when you're talking about these knockout games. I know that the group stages are a little bit different. When you're talking about your 3 wins away from lifting a cup, there's just a different type of energy with the game, and I think we're seeing that a little bit early. Both teams trying to feel each other out. We've seen that a little bit here. As there's a little bit of a cheap foul here, but a dangerous situation here for the Rowdies to be able to put this ball around the PK spot.
So it'll be Max Schneider here on the free kick. Schneider puts one right in the middle of the box. Ball is loose. Rowdies trying to get a good touch on it as Ostrom boots that one over the crossbar. I like the placement that time. I think the ball was placed exactly where it needed to be.
Yeah, it's a great free kick into the mix. A lot of jerseys in that number. The ball pops out to Ostrom. Unfortunately, he's unable to get himself over it, but again, put this ball in the box, put this ball in a dangerous area. It's a good ball in here from Max Schneider. Fortunately for Lou City, Ostrom puts it over the bar, but good placement there on that cross into the box.
So it's Hugo Farul now letting this one go. So excited to have you with us tonight from Al Lang Stadium. I'm Drew Felliers alongside Jeff Attinello. Rowdies' legendary goalkeeper, Deandra Liu, is on the sidelines. We'll be hearing from her a little bit later on tonight. Our tremendous crew is here. Love talking about that match back on August the 1st. The only problem with it, Jeff, we didn't have a chance to broadcast it. It was an ESPN nationally televised game. I'll tell you what, they certainly got a treat, didn't they?
Absolutely. And you know what, Drew, as much as I miss being in the box with you, it was really fun to watch it as a fan. I'm not going to lie to you. Didn't have to worry about much, just enjoying the game and watching it unfold right in front of me. It was a pretty fun experience for me.
Pretty nice, wasn't it? 15 minutes in, Blue City and Tampa Bay still kind of feeling each other out. No huge opportunities yet for the Rowdies. Blue City did have one off a takeaway a few minutes ago. Kyle Adams, number 32 here, former San Diego Loyal. This one sent across the end line. The Rowdies will have it on a goal kick. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. 15 minutes with Suncoast Credit Union. It's going to go a long way. Suncoast Credit Union, more perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. Jamali Waite, 34 saves on the season coming into tonight. 1.07 goals against average, one of the best in the league. Lawrence Wyke sends it upfield. Rowdies with Myers getting airborne, and here comes Tampa Bay now. Cicerone, he did so much damage to Lou City back in that last match on August 1st. He came out of the locker room and had some, man, did he have some incredible goals that really got the Rowdies jump started. Here's Wyke again. Connor Antley dishes it to Wyke. Lawrence, nice little 1v1. Crowd getting going as Ralph's Mob appreciates the effort. Lawrence Wyke, boy, he can certainly get that crowd on its feet.
Well, especially what I like from this is they're not afraid to get their backs into the attack, and that's what you have with that back five. You're able to send those two backs forward on that right side, making sure that they have cover in the back. Lawrence Wyke, a player who's not afraid to get himself into the attack, able to get that corner kick off. Good defensive work from the center back.
See Sean Tosh having to get readjusted after Wyke put him on roller skates. And now the first Tampa Bay corner kick. Brought to you by Colony Grill. Great to see Luis Perez tonight in the lineup for the Rowdies. 3 goals on the season for Luis. And here comes the end swinger. Right in the middle of that box. Once again, oh, bodies colliding. The keeper, I think, got caught up that time. And Faru is going to be down.
I understand Myers here. Frustrated with the call. 2 players going up for the ball. Really not much of a foul here. Just 2 players going up for the ball that's in the air. The goalkeeper Faru gets the worst of it, but I understand the frustration on the foul call if you're MD Myers. Going up, challenging the ball, going up with his head. Don't see a foul there. Of course, you want the goalkeepers to protect. You want the goalkeepers to be protected from the referee, but for me, that's a 50-50 ball. MD Myers making his move towards the ball, going up, challenging the goalkeeper. And if you're the goalkeeper, it's up for you to go up a little bit stronger than he did there. Get your leg up, try to protect yourself a little bit. Understandable frustration there from MD Myers.
Yes, if you're Myers in that situation, you're going straight up in the air. The keeper's coming crashing in right on you, Jeff. I think Myers had the right to the ball that time.
Absolutely, it's a 50-50 ball. If you're the goalkeeper there, you got to get your leg up. That's how you protect yourself from those different situations. But MD Myers, he's making a clear move to the ball. Both going up challenging 50-50. I think the referee saw the goalkeeper hit the deck, assumed there was a foul, but as we can see from the booth and on the replay, it really looked like that was a ball that both players were going to equally.
So 20th minute. Hilton setting it forward. Myers in the vicinity. Myers going to get extra attention after what he did to Lou City in that last match. Hilton. Good tempo here for the Rowdies. I like the way this last 5 minutes has transpired. Hilton again pokes one. And Lewis gets up a little bit slow. And there's a yellow. And I think clearly Taylor Davila, that time the spike's coming up.
Well, you know Lewis Hilton, he's going to get stuck in on plays, so every time he's around the ball, you know there's going to be a little bit of pressure there from Lou City. He understands that he's late to that challenge as well. Davia puts his hand up, recognizes the situation. But again, it's Lewis Hill, and just a scrappy player, always getting himself into the mix in those different types of situations.
So here comes the Rowdies. Rowdies inside the box. And see Lewis Hilton, number 4 on the field tonight for Tampa Bay. A milestone of a night for Hilton. His 174th appearance as a Tampa Bay Rowdy. Second best now all time in the modern era as he passes Georgie Ristoff. Very special company for one of the Rowdies greats of all time.
Absolutely. This game puts him in rare company. We talk about Lewis Hilton, the way he's been able to lead this team, the way he's been able to patrol the midfield throughout the course of his career with this Tampa Bay Rowdies group. You fully understand why he was one of the people that was able to stick on this roster when you talk about the way that the team was turned over this year. It means even more. You're able to give him the captain's armband as well. He's a player that really represents what the Rowdies are all about as a group.
Lee Myers, ball skates right by him that time. Cleared by Furu. Rowdies now will play through the middle. Just gets by Hilton. Lou City will possess. He's going to poke this one forward. Bay now will get set defensively. Pretty even Steven so far here in the first 22 minutes.
I was really interested to see what the energy was going to be like in the start of this game based off of what we saw 2 weeks ago here at the same stadium. I think both teams are doing a little bit of feeling each other out right now, waiting for somebody to make a mistake, seeing if they can capitalize. We talked about the importance of this being a cup game. This is an elimination game. Everybody playing a little bit more reserved, a little bit making sure that they're keeping everything in front of them. But once that first goal gets in from either side, I think it's going to really start to open this thing up. Great step there defensively.
Taken away by White. That's White just waiting in the wings that time. That's what he can do when he is on his game. Also keep in mind tonight, if we are tied at the end of regulation play, and of course extra time, we will go to penalty kicks. Got to have a winner in this one. No ties here in cup play. This is truly knockout soccer. Looks like we're going to have a hydration break here in the 23rd minute. And everything we've talked about, much different field tonight inside the stadium. There's another wrinkle that we need to talk about, and our Deandra Lou has more on that.
Thanks, Drew. There's something new being tested here tonight for the Prinx Tires USL Cup, and it's called Football Video Support. And basically what it is it's a review system, so there won't be any video officials that are automatically checking plays. Each team will get 2 review requests. The head coach has to put that through, and if the coach thinks that a play needs to be reviewed, he will twirl his finger, hand the review card to the 4th referee, who will come right over to this table where I'm at. They'll review the play, and then they'll go from there. Now, here's the part to keep in mind. If the review is successful, the team keeps it. If it's unsuccessful, they lose it. So, guys, we know what happened the last time that these two teams met, so I am probably just going to stay right here just in case anything unpredictable happens.
All right, good stuff. And Deandra, you said twirl the finger, right? That is definitely an interesting way to activate this new system, the FVS. Like
that was tough.
Sam White's the old
There's a lot happening.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach back in the day, Jeff. A different thing tested tonight, and I think a good time to do it. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, especially when you're talking about tournament play, you're talking about elimination games, there's the opportunity to go back and look at goals. You want to make sure that you get the calls right on the field. I think that this version of it is definitely a different wrinkle than what we were used to seeing in the World Cup, but I also think if you're watching the World Cup that the system that they had in place during that changed games a little bit too much, changed a little bit of momentum, and I think that this is a good way to make sure that the calls are right on the field in the most pivotal moments. And at the same time, you put the control into the coaches' minds so that they're able to try to dictate a little bit as well of what they think might be different from what they see called on the field.
So interesting to see if that does get put into effect here and affects this game here tonight.
I'm excited to see the first twirl of the finger. That's what I want to see. I want to see the first twirl of the finger.
I was explaining to you guys, of course, I date a little bit further than you guys, but The old Bucks coach, Sam Weitz, the twirl of the finger. I remember back in the 5-2 days at Tampa Stadium, before Raymond James Stadium. That was his way of saying, come on, let's get it going. Let's move. Let's make it happen. Tonight on the soccer field, it's reborn.
Definitely makes the life of the fourth official a little bit more interesting. I know the fourth official, he's always the person that's in between the two coaches, so he always gets an earful anyway, but now you know there's a little bit more control, there's a little bit more power down there for the fourth official, so I'm sure DeAndre will have a fun time listening to what the coaches have to say to the fourth whenever there's a replay opportunity.
And player down here for Louisville City. See if the medical staffer is going to come out and have a look, and that is the case. The ball getting knocked around here, and possibly...
It's just that elbow up there from Schneider. Uses that elbow, makes a little bit of contact with the back of the head. There's no ill intent there. Nothing malicious, but at the same time, anytime that you're raising that elbow up, there's going to be a foul called, especially if you make contact anywhere with the head and neck area.
So a little bit slow getting up here. And while he gets up, we'll tell you about the official mortgage partner of the Rowdies. That is Union Home Mortgage. Your partner from first homes to refinance. You can get started with UHM today and visit UHM.com to learn more. Nice to see for Lou City there. Chris Donovan, born and raised in Pennsylvania, came from the Philadelphia Union system. Looks like he is going to be okay. There's Jamali Waite, main goal for the Rowdies. He is on guard here. 27th minute, still scoreless.
Dangerous spot here for a free kick. If you're the Louisville City players, you want to put this ball right over that back line.
Talking about the Rowdies fanfare here tonight in the stadium. Not just Ralph's Mob, but Skyway Casuals is here, and they are alive and well. Love the Rowdies fanfare throughout the year. Skyway Casuals coming from across the Skyway Bridge and doing their thing as usual here at the stadium.
You know how much these games mean to the supporters group, especially when we're talking about this Lou City team coming in. Some of the most epic games that we've seen at Outland Stadium have taken place between these two teams, so you know that the diehards aren't going to miss this one on a Wednesday night.
So now Lou City. Rowdies have had the edge here the last 10 minutes or so. Lou City trying to get a good possession, and that was a good cutoff right there. Thankfully for Tampa Bay, Max Schneider was able to cut it off. And now the Rowdies trying to get numbers forward here. Cicerone taps it back. And here's the big assist guy, Ostrom. Tampa Bay should have another Cotty Grill corner kick.
It's a good job there by Ostrom getting something out of that possession. Lou City had good numbers behind the ball. Rowdies a little bit slow getting themselves up into the attack, trying to get those numbers up. Able to get a corner kick seemingly out of nothing there. See if Max Schneider can put this ball into a good spot.
So it'll be Max Schneider, the midfielder, on top of it. Rowdies trying to get on the board first here at home. Ball sent back. Now here comes one from distance. A couple bounces on it that time from Sebastian Cruz.
We've seen Cruz this season. He has the ability to hit some screamers from out deep, but unfortunately on that one, just not able to get a hold of it, put that ball on target.
Really love the way the season has gone thus far for the Rowdies. Started out red hot. I believe it was the first 13 or 14 matches without a defeat. And then Tampa Bay, maybe you can say they hit a little bit of a lull as this one is sent in and just to the left of the post. That was an offside as the flag does go up. To continue my point, Rowdies went into a little bit of a lull, and then, Jeff, all of a sudden over the last couple of weeks, it is vintage Rowdies soccer once again.
Well, I think it was that away game at Miami when they were up 2-0. There was a red card. They had to play the entire second half with 10 men. Miami was able to tie that game up 2-2, and then we saw a moment of brilliance really from Marco Micheletto, who hit that goal from nearly half field. I think he was actually behind half field. I think he was still in his own half, but when you're able to squeak out a win like that, when you're able to get that 3-2 win, you're talking about you're down to 10 men, you give up the 2-goal lead, just a real momentum building type of win, trying to right the ship. And then you talk about the next week as well, what they were able to do with the comeback against Lou City, and then the way that they were able to handle Orange County. Just good signs of good momentum, a little bit of good rhythm back in this Rowdies group. But again, this is a tournament game, this is a cup game against a rival. When you play in these types of games, you kind of throw that stuff out the window.
There's Marco Micheletto. He has been absolute magic for the Rowdies here this year. I mean, he has had 5 goals, Jeff, but we're talking 5 loud goals at critical times.
And he's a player that loves to push the envelope. He loves to get himself involved in the attack from the midfield spot. Don't be surprised when he comes over the field.
Sent back now, the Rowdies with a chance. Oh, great save. Tampa Bay, golden opportunity to get one on the board. And it was Hugo Faru coming out of nowhere. Great effort, though, by Sebastian Cruz.
And that's a great save from the goalkeeper. Look at this build-up play. It's Cicerone with that great through ball in from Cruz, making the run from the midfield. Opts to go to that near post, and Faru was all over it. Look at this save here from the goalkeeper. Does a good job keeping himself balanced. Waits for Cruz to make his move. Able to get that hand down. We talked about it. Even in that 5-4 game, he had tons of big-time saves, and we just saw another one there. Able to keep the Rowdies off the score sheet. Cruz opts to go to that near post. Through the goalkeeper, just totally up to the task.
So now it's Max Schneider once again. Ball alive and well in the box. Rowdies will chase it down as it gets sent out. Cruz lost it and into trouble. Taylor Davila with it for Lou City. Aaron pass though. The Rowdies able to intercept with Cicerone. Tampa Bay on the move here. Look out. Here come the Rowdies. Luis Perez. Perez shuffling. Oh, tried to get it right to the middle. Good idea. But again, stingy defensively is Lou City.
Perez, a player that favors his left foot, tries to cut it back to his left foot, but Lou City knows very well that he wants to get to that foot. I think if he was able to touch that ball with his right foot, he had space down that wing. But unfortunately, he cut it back to his favorite foot, and Lou City was all over that one defensively.
Now it's Morris. This one will skate past the end line, and the Rowdies will have it here with Jamali Waits. This all-time series, when you look at it historically, incredible that it is 9 wins on both sides. 9 for the Rowdies, 9 for Lou City, and 2 draws to it. So completely even across the board heading into this knockout night here tonight. Great intensity on both sides we're seeing here. Well, we invite you to watch tomorrow, August 13th, 1 p.m. Eastern on the USL's YouTube channel, the Prinx Tires USL Cup Knockout Draw Semifinal Show. USL's Dan Lucas and Tampa Bay Sun captain Jordan Listro from the Gainbridge Super League will randomly select the matchups from the remaining 4 teams still alive. That's tomorrow, 1 p.m., live on the USL's YouTube channel. Lou City spreading the wealth here, trying to sneak through. Rowdies have everybody marked. Nice little backdoor play here, and good defense once again by Tampa Bay, getting back on the recovery.
That's Nate Dos Santos. He's been so steady for the Rowdies defensively this year. It's great combination play out wide from Lou City. Good ball in, but look at this recovery from Nate Dos Santos. He recognizes where the cross is going to come into. Donovan looked like he had that position on Schneider on that near post, but Dos Santos doing a great job getting his foot involved, sticking with the play, making sure that ball didn't have any trouble.
Second corner of the night, Colony Grow corner it is for Taylor Davila and Lou City. And it looks like we had a little roughness inside that setup there. So whistle blown, ball goes the other way.
really can't speak enough about the play of Nate Dos Santos this year. He's just been so steady defensively. Just getting a look at it here. Just bodies all around. Easy call there for the referee. Cicerone just hitting the deck after that foul.
Here comes that pressure one more time. I think what makes it special for Dos Santos too, he's just not a very big guy. If you were selecting a bunch of soccer players, if they all lined up, he'd probably be one of the last ones you'd select, but just the presence he has, the smarts that he brings to the field, really special.
And just a competitor. We had him on the podcast this week. It was great speaking to him, but his demeanor on the field and off the field couldn't be more different. It's pretty much night and day. Very chill, very relaxed off the field, very laid-back guy, but on the field he has that switch that he's able to flip. It's just a competitor in him that we've seen consistently throughout this season.
Ball is recovered here. Will be sent back. Blue City will get it. Grand Central Brew House, a family-friendly, pet-friendly, community-friendly, two-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. Grand Central Brew House featuring traditional lagers and ales brewed in-house and served directly from European serving tanks, and the place to be before the game, during the game, and after the game. Grand Central Brew House. Tampa Bay rolling. Here they come. Cicerone, so deadly from that spot. Sends one on the ground. And the ball looked like it was headed into the goal just to the left. M.D. Myers right there for the reception.
And this traditional moment starts with Lawrence White in the back. He's patient. He recognizes where the pressure's coming from. He's able to get himself a turn, finds Lewis Hilton, and then it's that ball from Lewis Hilton out wide to Cicerone. And look at the Lou City defense. They know that Cicerone wants to cut that ball inside. They lived it 2 weeks ago. Cicerone doing a good job. He's able to play that ball on the ground into a dangerous spot. You never know what can happen when you put a dangerous ball on the ground like that. M.D. Myers unable to get there, but again, another corner kick opportunity. See if the Rowdies can make the most of it.
Time for a Connie Grove corner kick. Here it comes. Got some good arc on it. Cicerone able to get airborne. Rowdies jockeying for position. Alstrom. Here comes the carry. Now it's Lawrence White handling that pressure. Connor Antley. Maybe a few jitters coming into tonight, understandably, but settling in right here late in the first half. This ball sent right to the middle again, up for grabs, and there's Farouk flying through to bring that one down.
Just good control in his box. Recognizes that ball is hanging in the air a little bit. Brings himself way off the line. And as a center back, you love that from your goalkeeper. If your goalkeeper is able to come off his line strong, get out of those crosses, so you don't have to head the ball, you don't have to do the dirty work. You're going to be a center back's best friend if you're able to deal with crosses the way that he just did.
So both clubs having their moments thus far. Rowdies, talk about the pace of play, I think have a slight edge here. No goals to show for, though, on either side as Adams handles it for Lou City. If you're just joining us, this is the second trip Louisville City has made to downtown St. Pete here in the past 2 weeks. They were here back on August 1st, and the Rowdies won a 5-4 thriller on ESPN. Milton going to be called that time, and we'll place it down here for Lou City in a pretty good spot.
That one right in front of the referee. It looked like Lewis Hilton, he comes in, uses his shoulder, but I think the feet got tangled on that foul. Again, these are always difficult situations here for the defense for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. This ball straight on as we get another look at it. Good pressure from Lewis Hilton, but it's just that little bit there. You saw the kick to the feet right in front of the referee. Ref's going to call that every time, but these are always difficult situations here when you're defending for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, these balls that are straight on. Dealing with a Lou City team that's going to be running full steam ahead. Jamali Waite is going to need to control his box here, try to cover that gap between himself and the center backs.
Jansen Wilson puts a little bit of arc on this. Jamali Waite right there. No damage done. Cicerone also flying out of bounds. Rowdies have that one covered.
It's a great job defensively tracking there from Cicerone. These are always difficult situations. You're dealing with forwards that are coming with a full head of steam. Does a good job tracking, doesn't give the shooter an angle there, try to redirect that ball into the goal.
So lots coming up for you at the half. Wrexham visiting the Tampa Bay area, and a special trip to the Rowdies. We'll have a look at that coming up at the half. Also, go around the league. So much to talk about into the second half of the season as we go full speed towards the postseason. Highlights and stats of this game as well. It's all coming up at the half. Been a little choppy here over the last few minutes. Jake Morris and Lou City owning the possession. Lou City right now 4th in the East. So not quite as sharp as they have been in years past, but still a club nobody wants to play come late October. Mob there, Skyway Casuals, 43rd minute. 9 goals in the last game between these two teams. Tonight, not quite as much firepower, but here we go. Sebastian Cruz sends it middle. This ball going to be headed out. Rowdies will have a throw.
We're talking about MD Myers in the open, and this is the type of work that he puts in. He wins that ball at midfield, recognizes where the space is. As we get another look at here, it's a good ball, and he plays that ball out wide to Antley. Antley does a good job finding Cruiser, but look at the way that MD Myers is busting it to that near post. Does a good job keeping himself up with the play and puts these Lou City defenders on their heels a little bit. Gives Cruz an option when he's trying to put that ball in. But that's just the type of work rate that you want to see from your number 9, and that's the reason he's been able to score so many goals for the Tampa Bay Rowdies this year, and he's really been the heartbeat of that offense with the effort that he's putting in.
The throw here by Connor Antley. Nice long throw here near that 6-yard box. Rowdies control it here temporarily. Cruz has it sent away, and the Rowdies should get a corner out of this to get things set up. So Lou City defense trying to hold up. Just feel a Rowdies onslaught inevitable here. Colony Grill getting a lot of run here in this first half.
I was going to say, getting their money's worth is Colony Grill here. See if Perez can put this ball into a dangerous spot. We know that he has a dangerous in-swinger. See if one of these Rowdies players can get themselves underneath of it.
Luis Perez goes far post with it. Again, Rowdies elevating. Ball sails out, no damage done.
Max Schneider, he does a good job. He elevates himself over 3 or 4 different Lou City defenders, but unfortunately for the player, comes off the side of his head, unable to redirect that ball into frame. But again, it's good, dangerous cross in from another corner kick for the Rowdies. Something to keep an eye on because they've had a few of those so far tonight.
Sent out here, Jamali waits. Chance at a goal kick. 3 minutes, extra time here on the way. So Lewis Hilton here. Sebastian Cruz and the Rowdies attacking. Connor Antley. Ball gets away once more. Poked that time by Jake Morris. And Lou City hard charging now, trying to get up the field. Both teams, I think, sensing an opportunity here. You know, so many important things happen those few minutes just before a half. Lou City. You give one up here. Looks like they were building. It'll be Rowdy's possession.
I really like what we're seeing out of Lawrence White tonight. He's doing such a good job winning those balls defensively, but turning those defensive moments into attack. He's not afraid to step himself up, whether it's on the dribble, whether it's breaking lines with the pass, but really from one of those center back positions, pushing the envelope offensively. That's just a little bit of an added wrinkle that you get when Lawrence White gets on the field. A little bit of a commentator jinx right there with that through ball, but he does a good job every time he's trying to get themselves a little bit more forward. He's done a good job creating a few different counter-attacking moments.
'47th minute. Approaching the end of this first half. Blue City taking a little bit of the air out of it here. Rowdy's defending. Jansen Wilson, he'll send one on the ground, skates by Waite. See if Tampa Bay can get one more opportunity before heading in for halftime. Sun is fully down here at LA, so when that happens, usually gets a little bit cooler. Not much, but a little bit. We'll take it. Again, ball loose. Ostrom overran it just a bit there. And that will be the end of the first half. So we'll go head into the locker room. Scoreless here in the first 45 and change. So Tampa Bay and Lou City still looking for their first goals here at the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Deandra Lou is with Dominic Casciato.
Thanks so much, Drew. Coach, you've talked a lot about being able to learn something from each game. You saw this team just 11 days ago. How much can you lean into that in the second half?
Yeah, I think not. I think we know they're going to tire. I think right now you're seeing two teams that are a little tentative, that know there's something going to line, and we need to just let the fear go and get after it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah, let the fear go. Both teams at times.
I'm Spencer, champion of savings. Because when it comes to saving money, no one saves like me.
And when it's time to get a better rate for new or used wheels, Suncoast Credit Union has the best deal.
Refi your ride with Suncoast. Get $200 cash back and no payments for 90 days. Visit a branch or suncoast.com/auto refi.
Get influenced by me. Get pre-approved for an auto loan at Suncoast and you'll love your rate as much as you love your ride.
That must be our new 500 times the cash scratch off. What a massive multiplier.
It's like I always say, go big or go bigger.
And it'll help us do huge things for education.
Donut? I'll take 500.
I'll get the multiplier.
Times the cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Zero the score. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Lou City. It is time for the Prinx Tires halftime show here at Al Lang Stadium. So excited you're with us tonight. And a good show being put on by both of these teams. No goals thus far, but high-quality soccer between Louisville City and Tampa Bay. I was mentioning our crew and how it has been a while since we have been here inside this stadium working as a team. Last time we were here all working together, it was early July 11th to be in fact, and here you take a look at what the Rowdies have been up to since then. A kids camp being put on as Team Wrexham, visiting Phil Parkinson. Awesome head coach there for Wrexham. And Dominic Casciato of the Rowdies exchanging jerseys. This is one of the oldest clubs in the world. It come out of Wales, started in 1864. Huge part of soccer history, and the Rowdies joining hands with Wrexham as they were displaying their talents at Raymond James Stadium. Then we had the epic match that we've been talking about all night long. Russell Cicerone and the Rowdies coming back. That goal ties it right there. Just an incredible moment. And then Tampa Bay with M.D. Myers, the game winner, a 5-4 thriller on ESPN. One of the greatest matches we have ever seen, and an instant league classic. Coach Casciato fired up like we have never seen him before. And Tom Sipos, our crew chief, taking that video, we should credit him, working overtime and bringing that footage to us so we could see Coach Dom at work here doing his thing as the Rowdies head coach. Lots going on here in Rowdies country. Tampa Bay 0-0 with Lou City. Much more from the Prinx Tires USL Cup halftime show right after this.
Prinx Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinx Tires will be there for the long haul.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Al Lang Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
Babe, are we out of paper towels?
I think so. And maybe a new toy for Sunny?
Already in my cart. Ooh, it's the newest viral tumbler.
I mean, we're getting instant cash back, so go for it.
Suncoast Cashback Plus gives you up to 20% back combined with your Suncoast Credit Union checking or savings account. From everyday purchases, dining out, or buying gift cards, you'll get cash back on the spot. Get started at suncoast.com/morecash.
When everything's on the line, real heroes rise to the occasion. Or die trying. We're firefighters. We're gonna find a way to get you out of here.
We take the hits together.
We're on the same team.
I'm right here with you, no matter what.
I would never leave you hanging in the deep end.
This place is a way of giving you new family.
Fire Country, Sunday nights beginning at 8 on Tampa Bay 44.
Morgan Auto Group has the selection you need in the service you want, with over 28,000 vehicles across 70 dealerships and 28 brands. Plus, everything from basic maintenance to collision repairs, and over 20 years of service in the community. From our home in Tampa down to Southwest Florida to Miami and West Palm, across Central Florida, through Gainesville and Lake City, up to Jacksonville and our state capital. Shop Morgan Auto Group, Florida's largest automotive retailer. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Welcome back to Al Lang Stadium. Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance in the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. So excited to have you with us on this Wednesday night. Drew Felios alongside Jeff Attinella, still waiting for our first goal here at Al Lang. Both teams back and forth, and maybe a little tentative is best way to describe playing the first half.
Yeah, I think head coach Dominic Cassiano nailed it on the head. This is a cup game. This is an elimination game. And when you play in games like that, you're a little bit more tentative. Nobody wants to be that player that makes the first mistake that leads to that goal. But I expect once we see one goal, the game's going to open up. And until then, I think both teams are going to be really fired up about coming out in the second half. It's a good look here from Lou City, and this is what we talked about. This is a mistake here from Max Schneider that Lou City was almost able to capitalize on. It's that turnover in the back. Another opportunity here. Jamali Waite doing a great job playing this ball over top, trying to find Russell Cicerone on that counterattack. But again, that's a tough ball to control with the top of your head. And this was really the story for me for the Tampa Bay Rowdies for this first half. Free kick and set piece opportunities. Dangerous balls are getting put into the box, but a good job defending there from Lou City. We talked about there. A little bit of contact there against the goalkeeper. But again, this was really the best opportunity that the Tampa Bay Rowdies had throughout the course of this game. We're talking about this through ball here from Russell Cicerone, but it's the save from goalkeeper Hugo Farreau, keeping the Rowdies off the score sheet. It's good through ball here, and again, Cruz, he opts to go to that near post, but when you're talking about goalkeeping and you're talking about keeping yourself balanced, Hugo Farreau does everything textbook there, does a great job closing down the angle, gets his hand down, makes that big-time save, and keeps the Rowdies off the score sheet. We look at the stats, a very evenly played game so far. Shots are pretty much even. You're talking about the possession, and this is exactly what we've seen. Two teams that are trying to figure each other out. Neither team wants to be that team to make that first mistake when you're talking about this elimination game. But like we talked about, I think that both of these teams coming out in the second half are going to take a little bit more chances. They're going to take a little bit more risk. And then hopefully once we see that happen, the game opens up a little bit more and you start seeing a little bit more of that free-flowing Tampa Bay Rowdies versus Lou City game that we're used to seeing. But so far, it's been a very evenly played match. Goalkeeper on the Louisville side makes a big-time save. The Rowdies got away with a couple mistakes there in the back. But I think that this is a perfect score line for exactly what we're looking for in this game and exactly what we've seen so far.
So both teams back on the field. Lou City, 14-8-5 overall when you factor in all the games. Prinx Tires USL Cup and the USL regular season. Rowdies, meanwhile, as a team, 16-2-5. What a record Dominic Casciato's team has been able to put together. Just 2 defeats throughout the course of this long season. 16 victories, man oh man, and those 5 draws. Rowdies will now move right to left. So Lou City will have possession here to start. Russell Cicerone, saw some nice moments from him in the first half. 6 goals he is registered on the year, and we're underway. Second half, Prinx Tires USL Cup for the right to advance to September 9th. So we got some substitutes.
I like the moves here from Dominic Cassiano. Pedro Dolabella, a little bit more of an enforcer there in that midfield role, and Marco Micheletto, two players that are going to really force this game a little bit more offensively. We heard what he said coming into halftime. He wanted to see the team press a little bit. He wanted to see the team be a little bit more aggressive, and that's exactly what you get from these two substitutes.
So Dolabella, a key role in the Rowdies' success this year. And Micheletto needs no introduction. Dolabella getting it right back. It seems like when Marco is on the pitch, good things happen. The ultimate team guy, Dos Santos, switches it back now. Schneider.
What I love about Micheletto in this lineup is look where he's already positioned. He loves to push the game offensively from that midfield role. Not afraid to make those runs in from the midfield. And for me, that's what really gets this Tampa Bay Rowdies offense humming. When you get those players that are not afraid to make those runs, and then it allows Myers to make a run, that allows Cicerone to make an extra run, and it just gives that Lou City defense a little bit more that they have to handle than you're used to seeing from players that don't make those types of runs and try to get themselves in behind.
Dos Santos puts it in the air. Cicerone trying to post up. Rowdies now trying to get it forward. Dolabella, and now Faru. Lou City Players Shield winners a couple of years ago, 2024. Haven't won a league title since 2018, and they went back-to-back in 17 and 18 respectively. Got one of the nicest venues in the league too, Lynn Family Stadium. Really, really just a homesy type of park, perfect for soccer.
Haven't had the chance to get to Lou City. I always wanted to check out a Kentucky Derby though, so that's on the bucket list.
I would think that would be on your bucket list, maybe #1, Jeff. I could see you all dressed up there.
You know, get involved with the ponies a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Not the worst idea.
So 8-on-8 that time, as Dolabella was all over Davila. Lou City now sets it up. Dolabella come into a game, you try and kind of set a different tone, get a little talking to by our lead official.
Yeah, he's not afraid. He's not a player that's afraid to get stuck in.
Another whistle. Rowdies will have possession.
Another player worth highlighting in this Rowdies group is Max Schneider. He's a player that spent the entire season playing in that midfield role. But with the injuries to center back, he's slotted himself back into that back line, and he just has been extremely comfortable. Played the 90 minutes last week against Orange County, did a good job keeping the shutout there. And even tonight, you're seeing these different opportunities where he's stepping in, he's winning balls, he's getting stuck in on challenges. And that's just been such an asset for the Rowdies this year, is players that can play in different positions and you don't lose a beat. Him, Cruz, you talk about the different options that Dominic Casiato has. He's just done a good job, next man up mentality.
Pressure coming here from Lou City. Rowdies playing keep away. Just outside the center circle, looking for a foul that time. We're going to play on. Dangerous time here for Tampa Bay. Rowdies in retreat. Knocked down that time by Waite. That's where rebounds can be really dangerous, but look, Lewis Hilton there to put away that conversation. And now Micheletto the other way. Now we're really playing soccer.
Yeah, the Rowdies get a little bit lucky there. Lawrence White was outnumbered on that right side. It's a good, dangerous cross into the box. Difficult ball there for the goalkeeper. Good decision there from Jamali Waite. Makes his mind up early, recognizes that ball is coming in with pace. Opts to go to the punch, recognizes that there's no Lou City players out in front of him. Does a good job clearing the danger there. But again, the Rowdies, they need to be careful in those transitional moments, just the way that Lou City needs to.
It's the little things, though. I love how Hilton was able to collect that ball off the rebound, just make a turn and bam, outlet it just like that.
And that's what's made the Rowdies so good this year, is their ability to break those lines off of that initial pass. And that's why I talked about Lou City and those transitional moments. They need to be organized defensively, because that first ball for the Rowdies is always coming, and it's coming forward.
Here comes Lou City. Ostrom in a chase. Oh, both players tied up that time. Jamali Waite had to come off his line and put out the flyer for the Rowdies.
Just a little bit of a heavy touch there from Perez. It looked like he had the corner on Ostrom, but it's that first touch that lets him down. A little bit too close to the goalkeeper. easy for Jamali Waite to get a read on that one and come out to collect.
Just feels like both teams are done playing tentative soccer. They're going after it here, and we're going to have a yellow. And who else but Lawrence White here as he sends a message to start the second half. Well, you can turn on Sirius XM FC's 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights, plus live matches from the USL, the MLS, Premier League, and more. Sirius XM FC 157 in the Sirius XM app.
It was pretty funny last week. We were at a watch party over at Ferg's watching the Orange County game with some fans, and they talked about Lawrence White and the yellow cards. They said they love, on his 100th game, they all held up yellow cards because that's something that Lawrence White does. He sets the tempo sometimes with those fouls. And we just saw it there, doing a good job stepping up, getting stuck in on a challenge.
There's always that line you don't want to cross. He always knows how to just tiptoe on that line constantly.
Yeah, for the sake of wanting to see 11 versus 11 soccer, I'm going to knock on some wood for you there, but he is a player that's used to playing with a yellow card under his belt.
It's Tosh. Davila. Aiden McFadden, one of the best of his craft. First team all USL. Kale had a quick touch. He was a little quiet in the first half. Now an open space right in the middle of that box. Rowdies in trouble. Lou City trying to get a shot off. And finally, Jamali Waite able to collect.
It's a good bit of recovery defending there from Nate Dos Santos. Lou City, there was an open runner there in the box, unable to connect. As we get another look at it here, lost track of the attacker for Lou City, who's making that run to the near post. But again, once that ball finally gets back to him, it's Nate Dos Santos doing a good job in that recovery mode. But a little bit of the confusion there on the back line as two Rise defenders going to the same attacker.
So Lou City again forcing the initiative. Looked like there was a skirmish right in the middle of the box. Couple players now having some words. You think this rivalry is intense?
I think this is kind of what we've been waiting to see here from these two. Wouldn't be surprised if the message was the same coming out of the locker room for both groups. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid. You don't need to play as cautious. I know it's an elimination game. But let's start going at one another. Let's start opening the attack a little bit. Let's start opening this game up a little bit. Don't be afraid to take those risks. And when you do that, that's when the intensity starts to rise.
Max Schneider getting a talking to Chris Donovan for Lou City. As we get ready for another Colony Grill corner kick. Jake Morris, third season at Lou City. Former member of the Columbus Crew, puts this one in motion. Who's going to get on the board first here tonight? MD Myers trying to head it back. Still Lou City able to continue possession. White gets ahead on. And now the Rowdies will throw it in on the far side. Just kind of how the game of soccer works. One match, the scoreboard absolutely lights up, and then the next match, it could be more of a grinder. This one has the feels of being the latter half here tonight.
Well, the classic saying is goals change games, right? So once that first goal is scored, that's when the game really starts to open up. And now I think we're seeing a little bit in the second half. I just mentioned it, but both teams are starting to go for it a little bit more. It's starting to open up a little bit, but you still need to stay organized defensively.
Lewis Hilton trying to lead his man. Good idea this time. Ball sent up. In the 6-yard box in Tampa Bay. We'll have a Colony Grill corner kick.
And this is what I love from Lewis Hilton. He does a lot of the dirty work defensively. He's done such a good job protecting those center backs. But at the same time, when he gets the ball on his foot, he's always looking forward and he's always looking to switch the field of play. When you're dealing with a type of block like that, you need to get that ball from side to side, try to find those openings. But he's always looking to break lines. He's always looking to switch the point of attack.
So it'll come from Marco Micheletto. Hugo Fadou, the Frenchman, on guard here for Lou City. Micheletto has been clutch this season for the Rowdies. trying to do it again here tonight to get the Rowdies to the next round here in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Everybody set, here it comes. They go far post with it. Ball is loose inside that box. So you see Schneider just battling for it. And Lou City on the breakout. All belong to the visitors. Marco Micheletto, he has been a pleasure to watch this season. A huge acquisition by the Rowdies in the offseason. He's got, in the last 3 matches the Rowdies have played, Micheletto has scored in each of them. Fresh legs here in the second half. Aiden McFadden's got some room. This is a Collett. He's just able to press defensively. We'll throw it in one more time. So McFadden to toss it in for the visitors. He's got to get this one in. Defense by Tampa Bay. Along the touchline. Lou City able to keep it in. Lawrence White keeps it alive. Rowdies can't possess though. Lou City only possession here so far in half number 2. Ball ricochets around. Player is down. A little slow to get up here for the visitors. Hilton, again the safety valve, able to clear that one for Tampa Bay.
That's a good call there from the referee. I was wondering if that offsides flag was going to come up. Donovan, he checked back in from that offsides position. I was waiting to see if we were going to get our first finger wag. If that goal led to something, if that ball led to something a little bit more dangerous, I was waiting for the finger wag. I guess not a wag. What is it? It's a twirl, the finger twirl, the review system twirl.
The twirl. Going down hard that time, Cicerone. And now Tampa Bay will attack the other way. Both of these teams really going at it right now. Got to call that. You're standing right there, and finally a yellow is called. Lawrence White got to be careful. Yes, finally Joshua Encarnacio dishes out a yellow.
Lawrence White making sure the referee knew that if he's going to get a yellow card, that one deserved one as well. You talk about this is a professional foul here. Dolabella, he's off and running. He's off on the break. It's a smart foul there from Lou City. The referee's been all over it. There's been a lot going on here between Schneider and Ordonez as well. Just something to keep an eye on. Those two have been battling all night. It seems like both bodies have been hitting the ground quite a bit.
Schneider saw a lot of talking here tonight with the officials.
Schneider, a player, he just turned in his thesis for his Masters of Business.
Nice.
So hopefully, hopefully that went well for him. But he said soccer and schoolwork for Schneider so far this year. But he just turned in his thesis, hoping to get his degree. So hopefully he can enjoy St. Pete a little bit more.
Really, really love to hear news like that. Tampa Bay now moving from right to left. Dolabella. Ostrom handles it from here. Charlie Ostrom left to Cicerone. 1v1. Now dish to this one off right to the middle. Oh, there was a player crashing that time. Rowdies nearly had the first goal of this match. Tampa Bay back to work. Chip this one. Headed on to the goal. A couple Rowdies collide that time. A little bit of friendly fire atop that 18-yard box and hope everybody's okay.
It's good work here from Cicerone. Finds Ostrom making that run, puts a dangerous ball into the box, and it's MD Myers making that hard run to the near post. But again, you have to give the Lou City defender credit. Doing a great job tracking that runner, making sure that MD is not able to get under it. The ball recirculates, and then unfortunately it's two Rowdies players going for the same ball. Both of them a little bit slow to get up here.
So Stolabella and MD Myers, two players just laying it all out there here in the 62nd minute. Trained staff on the field. Stolabella gets up, looks like he's okay. Myers may need a little extra time here. Again, you mentioned that game was so wild back on August 1st that even though the Rowdies scored 5 times, Hugo Ferrus still did a pretty solid job in goal for Lou City.
I mean, he had 3 or 4 big time saves when that game was 4-3. And you could tell whenever Cicerone gets the ball out wide right now, especially against this Lou City team, that's where he did all of his damage in that last game. So there's really been a point of emphasis to make sure that these players, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, when they have the ball out wide, that Lou City's keeping them wide, not allowing them to cut in. Because last game when they were able to cut in, it was Micheletto, it was Cicerone. They were able to get that ball in that preferred foot, tuck that ball into that far post. So you see the overemphasis in making sure that they're trying to keep them as wide as possible, so they're not able to get those good looks again.
Russell Cicerone, such a dangerous player, acquired in the offseason by the Rowdies, making waves in his first season here in Tampa Bay. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. Those 2 words, less fees, those really sound nice with all the fees you get charged by different institutions today.
Listen, less fees is music to my ears, my friend.
Gosh, in today's world.
That's just a good bit of defending there from Lawrence White. 1v1 situation. Through ball comes in, able to track himself with that forward.
Here comes Tampa Bay Dos Santos. Lots of room now. Space is starting to open up here in the second half. 65th minute heading into here at LA. Cicerone gets it in traffic. Just as he was about to receive it, ball was knocked away. Lou City, they take such great pride always being intact. Special shout out tonight for one of our crew members, Megan Corcoran, who is concluding her time as being a part of our Rowdies television crew. She's headed up to New York City. Just want to wish her the best of luck. Going to the Big Apple. Big things ahead. Huge part of our crew, as well as her father Scott for so many years.
Wish her all the best in New York, and that's usually you hear it the other way around. Usually it's New Yorkers that are coming down to Florida, so now we're sending a Floridian up to New York, so wish you all the best.
Love it. So ball be called out of bounds. Rowdies will have it here. Charlie Ostrom will throw it in. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. To get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Drew Felios, Jeff Acknella here at Al Lang Stadium. Tampa Bay and Louisville still looking for their first goal. Thrilled to have you with us tonight, wherever you're watching, however you're watching. Prinx Tires USL Cup, the right to advance on the line. Rowdies with a chance here, and the shot going down is Hugo Fadu. He has made big saves all night long.
It's a great look there from the center back. When you talk about Neto Santos, recognizes that Marco Micheletto is making one of those runs from the midfield that I talked about, but it's just a difficult angle here for Micheletto. That touch takes him a little bit wide, and he's unable to just wrap his foot around it. I just don't think that there was enough space for him. You talk about how close he is to the goalkeeper. Faro doing a great job, holding his line, keeping himself balanced. And that's really something that all goalkeepers, especially young goalkeepers, can learn from. Don't lean, keep yourself up, keep yourself balanced, wait for the attacker to make up his mind on where he's going to shoot, and then you react to that. He's done a good job of that on Cruz. He just did another great job of that with Micheletto.
So here comes Lou City, looking for an opening. Oh, good cutoff that time by Schaefer. Brilliantly done.
And they needed every bit of it.
Dolabella stumbles. Rowdy's able to move forward here. Micheletto. Over to Ostrom. Ostrom sizing up things. See if the Rowdies can get a good opportunity here on goal. Rowdy's able to spread the wealth here, connect some dots, try and send this one in. It's going to head way out of bounds. Let's see, was that deflected? I believe it was. We'll have a corner kick on the way.
That's a good bit of combination play on that right side. Lawrence White getting himself involved in the attack. We've been talking about how he's been pushing that envelope from the defensive minded so far tonight. But it's him, Cruz, and Dolabella creating one of those little triangles that I talked about. Get that ball out wide, create yourself another opportunity. We talked about Colin and Grill getting their money's worth with these corner kicks. We got another one here.
So another Colony Grill corner kick. Fadu has been clutch up to this point. Rowdies able to head one down. Can they get a foot on it? Saw MD Myers how he was able to wrap one around posting up in the last matchup between these two sides, but a little bit too much traffic that time. And we're going to have a hydration break here in the second half. Both teams will have a chance here with this very humid weather to get hydrated, and some subs coming in here for Lou City. Number 7 and number 13, that'll be Ray Serrano and Amadou Dia.
Ray Serrano, a name that a lot of USL fans are familiar with, a real difference maker when you're talking about offensively. Special player coming into the game with fresh legs that the Tampa Bay Rowdies need to be aware of. And if you're Lou City on the flip side, can you get the ball involved? Can you get these guys with fresh legs involved? Talk about a hydration break right now. It's a hot, humid night here in Florida. You're getting fresh legs in here, dangerous attacking players. How often can you get them involved and see what they can do on the ball?
So a grinded out match for Dominic Casciato's team. Told you about how we've seen the emotional side of Coach Casciato over the past month. You know, when I thought when he came in that he was more of a mild-mannered guy on these sidelines, but not really the case. He is as emotional and as fiery as any coach in USL Championship, but somehow manages to do it in a gentlemanly way. So you don't really see any coach come unhinged, Jeff. How can I put it? He just looks so smooth in what he is doing all the time.
Well, he almost has that Neto Santos effect that I was talking about. Off the field, you know, when he's not between the lines, when he's on the sidelines, you know, it's very calm, it's very composed, you know, very chill, little mild-tempered, chill human being. But then once he's on the sidelines, you see that intensity, that competition start to ramp up.
And rumor has it, Jeff, that there was some choice words in the halftime of that last Louisville match that did the job. They fired up the team unlike any other halftime speech we've ever seen.
Well, I was getting a lot of texts coming out at halftime once they scored those 3 goals. A lot of people saying whatever they had at halftime, I'll take some of that for my own, you know, for my own work days. But I think that's something that we've seen from Casciato the entire season is when the Rowdies come out in the second half, you see the adjustments that he makes, you see the substitutions he makes, and even a game like tonight, he inserts Dolabella, he inserts Marco Micheletto, and it's just a recognition for everybody involved that he wanted to start pushing the envelope, he wanted to start getting his team a little bit more forward. So whatever he does at halftime, if we could bottle up and sell it, I think, that might be a good business.
I will certainly take some of that. As it looks like the Rowdies going to their bench here, and Carson Henderlong will make his appearance. Andy Myers will call it a night. Henderlong, basically like another form of MD, plays the game very similar, likes to get in the trenches, get position, and use his head when necessary.
And Henderlong, he's a player that's been scoring some big-time goals here for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You'd like to see him earning these minutes, and these are definitely earned minutes. He was able to get that third goal against Orange County. You talk about what he was able to do in the group play of this Prinx Tires Cup. Really a player that's fought every single minute that he's been on the field, and we'll see what he's able to do tonight. A little bit more of a different approach here, a little bit more direct here, try to get the ball into the box, a little bit of a bigger body. But you love when a player earns his minutes the hard way.
Tampa Bay charging on. Cicerone thought he had a potential open goal there as Fadu was able to close the gap. Kemper Auto knows your journey, and they will help you along the way. They're affordable, they're personalized auto insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today at Kemper.com. That's Kemper.com. '72nd minute, crowd hungry for a goal here at Al Lang.
It's like Gennaro Nigro, another player who is a big signing for the Tampa Bay Rowdies in this offseason. Dealt with some injuries. Gets himself into the game. That left center back spot. See what he's able to do there from the back.
Here comes Lou City. Making a move here, Manny Pettis. Switches the point of attack. Rowdies defense adjusting. Winning team advances to Wednesday, September 9th in the semifinals here at the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Lou City. Slightly better possession-wise than Tampa Bay here in the second half. Rowdies trying to make their own move here and blow the whistle. Tampa Bay will have possession.
A little bit of shuffling here for the Rowdies on that back line, with Gennaro coming into that left center back spot. Nato Santos slots to that middle role. Max Schneider finds himself on that right side.
Rowdies used to holding the opposition to no goals. They've got 9 shutouts this season. When the defense is working, it is working. Ostrom gets to it. Nicely done. Cicerone. Look at the double team, how quickly it comes over.
And that's just good adjustments there from Lou City. I spoke about it earlier, but doing a good job making sure that they're keeping Cicerone wide. Cicerone, who wants to cut that ball into his right foot. You've seen what he's capable of. If he gets that ball in his right foot with a clear angle to shoot, you know that he can find the back of the net. You know that he can find that far post, but every time that ball goes wide, making sure that they keep him out there, not letting him inside.
That's one of those things when you talk about film study. How many times do you think Lou City as a team watched that Cicerone cut it in and score those goals?
Absolutely, and that was happening a lot during the second half, so it's good recognition there from Lou City. It's even better execution.
Rowdies try and send this one in. Tampa Bay will get another opportunity here. Ostrom able to keep it in. Ostrom sending it in, and right in the hands of Hugo Fadu. Lou City on their front foot here. Rowdies retreating, got to get back. This ball coming in, Jamali Wade able to snatch it out of the air. And just want to remind everybody, if we are tied at the end of this game, we will be headed to penalty kicks. Won't be a tie. We will have PKs here at Al Lang, and that should be really special between these rivals, if it happens.
Still a lot of game left, but if that does happen, I think it just adds another wrinkle to the rivalry that we've been talking about all night long.
Schneider. Back to Dos Santos. Rowdies spreading it around here. Gennaro Nigro. Slide it to Hilton. Lewis Hilton goes left. Dolabella trying to make a move. Dolabella with the shot. Oh, that ball had some lightning on it as it was headed towards the goal.
Dolabella doing a great job. He wraps his foot around it, but just a little bit too far out. It gives Hugo Ferro, the goalkeeper, time to move his feet. Look at the way he's able to shuffle over, and that's a difficult hop that he deals with as well. Just a great job getting his body behind it. The Rowdies had players in front of net as well, so if he spills that ball, there's somebody there to clean it up. But again, just real solid technical goalkeeping there for the Lou City goalkeeper.
Alex Farouk. Send it up here to Kyle Adams. Got a standoff here through 77 minutes and change. Louisville City would like this to go to a penalty kick shootout. This one is sent straight ahead. Jamali Wade snatches it out of the air. Lou City victorious in 6 of 8 PK shootouts all time in their franchise history. Hilton sends it up here. Dolabella handles for Tampa Bay. Across that midfield line. One-two action on that far side. Tampa Bay trying to get one in on sails just over the 6-yard box. Bodies flying around on the pitch right now. Lewis Hilton trying to get on top of it. Lou City able to come out of it. Akale did a good job there. And now the visitors in full attack mode as this one just gets away. Akale couldn't stay on his feet.
You're starting to see those spaces open up though. Creeping near the 80th minute. You have some tired legs on the field. The game's not as condensed as it once was. See which team, if either team is going to be able to take advantage of these spaces that are starting to open up because of these tired legs.
Again, a little back heel, trying to get Nicoletto. Unsuccessful. Lou City now can flip it over, attack the other way. Rowdies retreating. Lou City does have some numbers here. Tampa Bay, again, scrambling to get back. Legs, I think, a little bit heavy on both sides at this point, understandably, on this hot and humid night at Outlet. No damage done. More substitutes. I think this is a good guy for Tampa Bay to go to. Evan Conway, a guy that can score a goal in the blink of an eye. And on the other side, you see Ethan Bartlow, rather, for Lou City. Number 21 is Quincy Hewerman checking in. But here's Conway, a guy that really had some nice moments at the beginning of the year. And when he is on his game, he can really do some damage.
And Conway's a player for the Tampa Bay Rowdies that could use one. He's had different opportunities. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to find the back of the net here as of recent, but in a moment like this, 10 minutes left in this game, knockout game versus a rival, you bring on a player like Conway. He has a history of scoring goals in this league. See if he's able to create one of those special moments.
Tampa Bay is surging forward, going to get a call here and a yellow. So the yellow is going to be delivered here to Evan Davila.
And again, it's another professional foul. Conway in this moment of transition just takes that big touch, able to find himself a little bit of space. Tripped up for that tactical foul. Another easy yellow card call there for the referee.
So there are brothers on this Lou City side. Taylor Davila, number 8. We've been calling his name all night long. And Evan Davila, his brother, just assessed a yellow there in that last sequence. The name on the front of the Rowdies jersey is Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Rowdies. Union Home Mortgage, your partner from first homes to refinance. Get started with UHM today and visit UHM.com to learn more. '82nd minute here at Al Lang.
Looks like we have a player down there for Lou City getting attended to. Not sure what happened. The trainer calling for a sub.
So for Lou City, Sam Glito getting loose. See Jake Nutting, part of the Rowdy staff, right behind there. Jake always on his cell phone, getting something done for the organization. Sam checks in for Lou City.
The human Rowdies encyclopedia is Jake Nutting. He knows all. Always making sure that we're up to date with all the things going on historically for the Tampa Bay Rowdies and just really on top of this game.
Certainly is. Ball put in motion here. Rowdies trying to get airborne. See Pedro Dolabella really trying to make something happen here in the second half. There's Jake.
There he is. Jake, a little love. He's been on the podcast with me, helping me host the podcast the last couple of weeks. He's done a great job. I know he's making sure that all the fans always know what's going on with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and you're talking about the history of the team. Just a fan. He said he's living his dream job, so you love to hear that.
Always got the updates for us, what's going on with the Rowdies on and off the field every single game. That's what you love when folks work in the organization and they're just diehard fans. They're not just employees, but they're fans. They love the game. They love the people. Max Schneider now for Tampa Bay. Which team is going to get the first goal on the board? Or will we be headed to penalty kicks? Dolabella again just off, trying to advance the pass. Lou City going right to work. Aiden McFadden now with it. Quick tap back to his partner Sean Tosh, one of the greatest to ever suit up for Lou City. Dos Santos.
Good night.
Schneider trying to get it out of there.
That was a little bit of a nervy moment there.
Yeah.
You saw Cruz go down pretty awkwardly. He hits the deck again. But on that recovery run, he's a player that's logged a lot of minutes for this Tampa Bay Rowdies team this year.
Yeah, if you're going the full 90 right now, you start to feel it just a little bit and have a feeling that could be a cramp.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough to tell there. You don't love where he's grabbing. You don't expect anything, but just goes down a little bit awkwardly, trying to get that header back. I think he was trying to get it back to his goalkeeper, but fortunately, Nate Dos Santos was there. He was unable to get enough power on it. He's a player that's been really important for the Tampa Bay Rowdies this season, playing outside back, center mid, outside mid. Even had a couple runs up top as well.
You can see him talking to our trainer, what he's saying. Yeah, it's just a little tight right now. You know, I played a couple hours of pickleball yesterday.
How you feeling?
About 110%. And let me tell you, last night, you go to lay down, watch a little TV, and the legs just start cramping.
You know, pickleball will get you, man.
Oh,
pickleball, it's not for the faint of heart. It'll get you.
And that's just moving around on a tiny court. Can you imagine if I'm out here on this field trying to battle 90 minutes like these Rowdies are tonight?
You know what? I think we might need to get a broadcast game going so we can check that out. I think that'd be a fun little thing that we can get going. Get Tom, maybe get him in net.
Yep.
See what position Tom wants to play. Get you guys running around a little bit. Have some fun with it.
Yep. Would be great to see, or maybe it wouldn't be so great to see. We'd have to find out. Blue City trying to position themselves here. Davila again trying to squeeze through. Rowdy's got to get somebody on that ball. Finally, it's Jamali Waite.
I know that looks like a little thing, but for a goalkeeper, when you have center backs that are confident enough to shield that forward, waiting for you to come get that ball, it just goes a long way.
Tampa Bay got to be careful here. Notice the Blue City press. And Blue City gets it right back. Rowdy's just giving it away a little bit too easily here over the last 10 minutes. And Tampa Bay will try and scramble back once more. This ball sent on the ground. Rowdies will attempt to clear.
Yeah, we talked about it. You talk about the travel all the way out to Orange County over the weekend. Long trip out west, midweek game, humidity, 87th minute. I think it's going to be one of these games where both teams are going to have to grind this out here, try to get themselves to that penalty kick shootout.
Now it's McFadden. Opportunity right down the middle here for Blue City. Right side. Ball just skates by. Oh, do they have a chance? Quincy Hierman was ahead of the pack.
And the ball just gets a little bit away from Hierman there. The space was there. He had the opening. He had good positioning on Nigro. We're getting another look at it here. This is how close it was. It's a dangerous through ball into the gap. Just a little bit heavy on that touch, but it was an opportunity there for Blue City. And again, now if you're the Tampa Bay Rowdies, a few minutes left in this game. We know that there's always dramatics in this series, but just making sure that they're tight defensively. I feel like there's one or two opportunities for both teams left in this game as it starts to open up.
Now Trackman, oh, beautiful ball sent in that time. And again, good Rowdies defense. Arrived just at the right time, or else they're trailing by a goal here.
That's a good job there, recovery from Micheletto. And you're seeing this Rowdies group now defending a little bit deeper in their box.
Deflection there, corner kick will be coming up here for Blue City. Yeah, Rowdies spending most of, I'd say, the last 20 minutes here on the defense.
You can tell it's the Rowdies group right now that's really digging in.
So it's Ray Serrano here on the corner. And once again, Jamali Waite comes down with it. Rowdies, I think you hit it right there, Jeff. Just have a sense that the Rowdies are in survival mode right now. A little bit winded, a little bit tired here, coming off the West Coast road trip. And now Jamali Waite, as he went to make that save and came down with the ball, looks like something didn't feel right on the way down.
We talk about the tired legs here. Jamali Waite does a good job elevating himself through that traffic. And you can just tell right now. And if you're Blue City on the flip side, this is the moment that you need to try to take advantage of. There's going to be extra time in this game. Not sure how much just yet, but you're recognizing this is a Rowdy group. They look tired on the field right now. They're really trying to gut this out.
So here comes Blue City. Perhaps some fresher legs right now. Extra time shown right there. So we'll play the extra time. If we don't have a goal, we're going to PKs here at Allen.
And it's good recognition there from Jamali Waite. I don't think he knew exactly where that ball was going to hop, but does a good job coming off his line, clearing the danger.
Oh, opportunity here. And look at the ball ricochet off the post. Jamali Waite. Oh, this is a game of centimeters.
And I think that he got a little touch here on this near post ball again. It's a Lou City attacker finding space in behind, making these dangerous runs. It's on that near post. Let's see if he gets a little touch there. I think he got a little touch off the back of the post, off his back. Fortunately for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, netminder, the ball stays out of net. But again, if you're Lou City right now, you're trying to take advantage. You have 8 minutes, and this is a Rowdies team. You can tell that they're tired out there defending with their lives.
Aiden McFadden. Davila. Everybody getting a touch here for Lou City. That ball goes awry. Jamali Waite will have a goal kick here on the way. Lou City making it very clear that they owed the Rowdies one after letting that big lead slip away on August 1st. Tampa Bay coming back. Even Lewis Hilton, who is the engine of this team right now, looks like he is gimping around just a bit. The Rowdies testing their will here at the moment, just trying to get to PKs.
And this is a moment here for the Rowdies. You just have to stay organized defensively. Try to eliminate spaces in your block. I wouldn't be too overly concerned about pressing forward right now. Lou City's been the better of the play here for the last 15 minutes or so.
Nigro, that ball taken away. He's got to be faster with it. This ball lofted in the air now, Lou City. Looking for a recipient, nobody there. Rowdies have to be very careful with the ball here moving forward.
Yeah, just a little bit too lackadaisical there from Nigro. He's a fresh legs as well. He should be a player that has a little bit more energy. You got to have a little bit more urgency to yourself, especially in this moment in the game.
So Rowdies ball. Rowdies have pretty much exerted all of their subs here in this match. Those are the guys that got to step up here. Dolabella's one of them. Ball a little bit off target there. Underlong giving chase. This is Gleedle. Top of the box. Lou City trying to get a shot on Jamali Waite. Will reel that one in. Waite'll take just a little extra time here. We go to PKs. It will be the first time the Rowdies have done that here in 2026. Should be very interesting if we get there. Send this one forward. And of course, PK is not something that happens all the time. If you are Tampa Bay or Louisville, do you kind of have it set, Jeff? Who are the guys you want taking the shots, or you kind of go by who is playing well that particular night?
Well, I mean, I think you have an idea before the game starts, but then substitutes happen, different players get involved, and at this moment for me, I really think that it's players that want it. You know, you want your players that are confident, especially in a PK shootout. I think we were talking about Germany, where they were asking players, they were pleading with players, who wants to be the sixth taker, who wants to take it, and ultimately it was the center back that had never taken a PK before that stepped up, and he ends up missing it. So in these types of moments, if it gets to penalties, you want the players that step up and they want the ball at their foot in these moments. Confidence is everything. We were talking about PK shootouts.
Still about 3 minutes left in run of play, so we'll see if we get there. Lou City owning possession here in the second half. Trying to put the Rowdies away in the knockout phase here at Al Lang. Aiden McFadden. Thought McFadden was going to go for the drive there. Sam Gleadle. Good movement here from the visitors. Gleadle goes far post with it. Sent down with the head and knocked out of bounds. Will be a corner kick on the way. It looked like perhaps a Lou City player touched it last, but not the case.
I'm not too sure about that one. It looks pretty clear here, but either way, if you get another look at it here, this cross comes in. See if it took a late touch.
Oh.
I don't think the ref got that one right. And here we go. It's a dangerous situation. Rowdy's going to have to deal with the corner kick.
Ball sent in on the curl. Nice job. I believe it was Henderlong who got ahead on it.
But again, they need to cover on these recycled runs.
Right back, far post. Oh, wow. Once again, Tampa Bay arriving just in time, and it was number 33 getting in there, Gennaro Nigro.
Nigro doing a good job there. Louisville had numbers on that far post. And sometimes it's not that first ball that comes in. It can be the second ball in those recycled runs. But again, the Rowdies hanging on here, need to defend well.
Lou City, another bite of the apple here.
Good job by Dolabella. Looked like he was being tugged as well as he was able to redirect that header. You hear the crowd trying to get this Rowdies team, trying to give them some energy from the stands. And on the flip side, it's Lou City pressing, trying to get themselves forward, trying to make this most of this opportunity. I think that they still smell that there's a little bit of blood in the water.
Tampa Bay needs about another minute of good defense to get to the finish line and get us to PKs. Rowdies with another block here. Micheletto. Tampa Bay not done. Look out.
Well done there from Henderlong. Recognizes the situation. And anytime, especially right now with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, this ball goes out of bounds, you're trying to kill the clock, you're trying to get yourself to penalties. He does a good job defending in the box in that corner kick, recognizes there's a transitional moment, gets that big touch out in front of him, able to get the ball off of a Lou City player.
This ball headed back here, just no possession time for Tampa Bay in this sequence. And that is going to be it. So regulation play is history. 98+ minutes. Lou City and Tampa Bay will head to penalty kicks here in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Carson Henderlong came in about midway through that second half, and he looks exhausted out there. It is just one of those nights, hot and humid, and as you said, Jeff, Tampa Bay coming off the road trip, all things considered, fresher legs clearly on the visiting side tonight. And now let's see what happens in PKs.
Well, here we go, right? The great equalizer, penalty kicks. Who wants the ball in these moments? Who wants to step up? Who's confident? And again, as well, tired legs and penalty kicks matters as well. So making sure the person that's on the ball feels confident they want to step up to that spot. They have the legs to get the shot off. And again, we also have a great goalkeeper matchup. When you're talking about weight, you're talking about Furrow. Two of the better goalkeepers in this league. See which one is up to the task.
So a couple questions here from, again, a soccer fan, a mild soccer fan, of course a Rowdies diehard like I am. To take a PK, and this is a trivia question, do you have to be a player that is currently in the game when it concludes?
You need to, yep. So it's going to be from the 11 that are on the field. Been in a penalty kick shootout as well when it got all the way to 10. Goalkeeper would have been 11, so we avoided that one, but.
So right now, Jamali Waite, you saw that he was shaken up just a little bit a few minutes ago when he came down with that ball, and I guarantee you that's part of the conversation right now he is having with the Rowdies coaching staff. Hey, do you have enough here to go and get this done? See the Rowdies longtime goalkeeper coach, Stuart Dobson, one of the best in the business. Talk about being a diehard Rowdy through and through.
We had him on the podcast, and I'm always interested to hear the strategies of different goalkeeper coaches because now they do so much research. You have an understanding of where players are going to go before the penalty kick shootout starts. You do your research, you study, you learn the tendencies, but ultimately when we had the conversation with Dobbs, it relies on the goalkeeper on the field. You can do all the research you want, but there's just a feeling that comes over you as a goalkeeper when you're in the moment. You feel like you have a good read on where the player is going to go. You've done the research. You understand that they have tendencies, but at the same time, players understand that you've been studying the film. So it's all about having that little bit of baseline of knowledge, but then reacting the way that you feel the most confident and when you're in goal, trying to make the right decisions.
And of all the pressure that all of the players share collectively, would you agree, Jeff, most of the pressure lies on the goalkeepers?
Ah, disagree. Strong disagree, my friend. Yeah, this is the moment for the goalkeeper to be the hero. I always looked at penalty kicks as, you know, you expect the shooter to score. You're 12 yards away. The goal is 24 by 8 feet. You're talking about the opportunity to put the ball into the back of the net. I think that especially during the run of play, the goalkeeper might be under a little bit more pressure. But when you're talking about a penalty kick shootout, you're talking about a moment where the player is walking from midfield. He understands the moment. He understands what he's walking into. It's a slow walk from the half line. If you miss, you got to walk all the way back to your teammates and face that little bit of misery. And for the goalkeeper, it's just an opportunity to play hero ball, which if you're a goalkeeper, this is exactly what you live for.
That's a great way of putting it. Never thought of it that way. Kind of like a baseball player. You go up, you're expected to kind of fail, but if you get one hit in 4 at-bats or 3 at-bats, you're a hero.
Yeah, there's not many opportunities for the goalkeeper to be the hero in a soccer game.
Sure.
When you're talking about a penalty kick shootout, this is your time to shine. This is your time to make sure that you can prove to yourself that you can make these saves, you can really help the team. And, you know, for me, it's the most exciting part of being a goalkeeper is this is what you live for right here.
Those look like 2 exhausted keepers.
Ah, they'll be good. They'll be good. There's a little bit of energy that comes over you when you're standing on the line. And I love it. It was up to the refs. It was up for them to decide which side this penalty kick shootout was going to be on. It's not predetermined, but I'm glad that they decided to do it in front of the fans. It adds to the element, adds to the excitement, adds to the pressure for the PK takers. You just got to love it.
Encarnacio, our head official tonight, pointing everybody in the right direction here. And you're right, that's a great point. They will do this on the side of the field where all the fans are, make it a lot more exciting for all the fans that came out to Al Lang here tonight on this special night at the Prinx Tires USL Cup.
Man, I'll tell you what, if I'm one of these fans that's not behind that goal, I'm getting myself up and I'm sprinting to get behind that goal.
John Tosh, you can bet he'll be one of the PK takers.
The veteran.
And look at the slow walk. You think he has been in positions like this before? I think this is just another day at the office for him as Jamali Waite gets in position. Lou City will strike first.
When you want to put up one of your better PK takers first, because this is a player that's supposed to set the tempo, you send up your veteran, so many minutes, so much experience on the shooter's behalf. See if Jamali Waite's up to the task. You can hear the Rowdies fans getting behind him.
Blue City on the board.
And that's a good penalty kick there from Tosh. You see the little bit of hesitation, throws the goalkeeper weight off. Just a confident finish there. It's that little bit of hesitation. Throws off the goalkeeper, sends him the other way, calmly places it into the side of the net.
So now Hugo Fadu in position. The Rowdies will try and match it, and it will be Pedro Dolabella leading things off for Tampa Bay. We're even.
Confident penalty there from Dolabella. Through the goalkeeper, he's trying his antics, he's trying to move along the line, trying to distract the shooter. But just a confident finish there from Dolabella, getting the crowd fired up as well. 2 good penalty kicks to start this one off. Goes across his body, side netting. Even if the goalkeeper goes the right way, I'm not sure you're saving that one.
Now Chris Donovan, Pennsylvania born and bred for Lucid. Calm, cool, and collected. And Lou City takes a 2-1 lead here in PKs.
Yeah, it's a pretty straight run up here. See if he does a little bit of deception on this one. Jamali Waite, the goalkeeper, thinks he's going to open up his hip, but it's a pretty straightforward run, closes it off. Goes across his body. Now let's see if Max Schneider's up to the task to tie this one.
Love the camaraderie from the Rowdies. Everybody who steps up to take a kick gives some kudos to their keeper, Jamali Waite. So it's Max Schneider's turn. Still
confident penalty kicks you're seeing right now from both sides. Max Schneider, he does that little sidestep, tries to hit him with the hesitation, ultimately gets himself a little bit towards the middle of the goal. Not the best struck in penalty, but does enough to throw the goalkeeper Thoreau off. You can tell he was a little bit frustrated there, the goalkeeper. He knows that if he would have gone the right way, it would have been a save, but it's Schneider with the deception on the run-up, just does enough to throw him off of his game a little bit. Calmly places the ball into the back of the net.
Now it's Evan Davila's turn. Davila entered the game late for Lou City. Oh, just past the diving Waite.
Yeah, it's a well-struck ball. Waite has a good read on this as well. It's a short run-up, which kind of limits the options for the shooter. But when you get that type of elevation on it, tough, difficult ball to save, even if you go the right way.
So now for the Rowdies, it looks like it'll be Gennaro Nigro. He entered the game late for Tampa Bay. First season as a Rowdy for Gennaro. Big situation for him here. And that's going to be saved. Hugo Faru comes through huge.
For the goalkeeper, doing everything he can on the line, trying to throw off the shot taker. And Nigro, he's just a little bit too obvious on that one. No deception to this one. Pretty straightforward run up. Doesn't get the ball into the corner, and that's exactly, if you're the goalkeeper, that's a great spot for you to make the save. If you read that one, you're going to make the save all day. Unfortunately for Nigro, doesn't do enough to throw the goalkeeper off, and we talked about Ferro tonight. He's been solid. He's been making saves. He's been consistent. Now let's see if Jamali Waite, the goalkeeper for the Rowdies, can respond.
Quincy Hewerman up now for Lou City. Jamali Waite. Trying to stand tall and goal for Tampa Bay. And that one buried once again. Top shelf that time.
Confident penalties here from this Lou City team. It's a little bit of a stutter step. Elevates the ball. Not afraid to go high on that one. And now we have the veteran, Lewis Hilton.
So a save here from Hugo Faru would do it. Put this game to bed. Lou City still in the driver's seat nonetheless. If they score again, they will win it. So the Rowdies will have to have a save even if Hilton is able to deliver here. So Hilton trying to keep the Rowdies alive. Lewis Hilton does his job.
Confident penalty. And I love this run-up from Hilton as well. I understand why Thoreau dives that way. The way that he opens up his body right here, you think he's going to go across, but at that last second, he opens up that hip. Confident placement. And now this is the moment we've been waiting for. A goal here sends Lou City on to the next round. Jamali Waite, the goalkeeper, going to do his best to try to make that save, keep his team in it.
So it's Taylor Davila to try and send Lou City to the next round. And Lou City is moving on to the Prinx Tires USL Cup. They win in PKs. Lou City able to get a bit of revenge over the victory that they registered, or the Rowdies registered rather, back on August 1st. They're letting the crowd know that they came here to play and they will leave victorious.
Yeah, I think that's the trainer down there for Lou City talking smack, which I don't love. But give Lou City a ton of credit. They came down here. They had a good game plan. They played solid defensively, recognized their moments where they could attack, and ultimately did the best that they could, got the job done in penalty kicks. Give Hugo Farrell, the goalkeeper, a ton of credit. He had some big-time saves during regulation, and it's Lou City moving on to the Prinx Tires Cup. Give them all the credit in the world. They came in here. They had a good game plan. They responded well against the game that they had just 11 days ago. It was a hard-fought game for the Tampa Bay Rowdies as well. Just another notch in this rivalry, and I'm sure the next one will be just as exciting.
So,
the Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Al Lang Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
Morgan Auto Group has the selection you need in the service you want, with over 28,000 vehicles across 70 dealerships and 28 brands. Plus, everything from basic maintenance to collision repairs, and over 20 years of service in the community. From our home in Tampa down to Southwest Florida to Miami and West Palm, across Central Florida, through Gainesville and Lake City, up to Jacksonville and our state capital. Shop Morgan Auto Group, Florida's largest automotive retailer. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Your love of driving started early. As you zoomed down your imaginary highway, someone was always there to protect you, to make sure you're still covered. Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today.
So the run in the Prinx Tires USL Cup ends tonight for the Tampa Bay Rowdies as they fall in PKs 5-3 to Lou City. Credit Lou City, they came in with a game plan. Rowdies tiring out just a little bit towards the end of the match. And Lou City with their best options in the PK round to take advantage and advance to the next round on September 9th. Drew Felios here with Jeff Attinella. This is what transpired throughout the course of the match. Rowdies defending for most of that second half.
Yeah, and you give Lou City a ton of credit there. They recognize that the Rowdies had some tired legs. They did a good job capitalizing on those moments. But for me, the player of the match here is Hugo Farrell. He does such a good job. He makes a save in penalty kicks. He had an early save on Cruz in the first half. Big time save there as well against Micheletto. Did a good job recognizing these moments all night long. And for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, nothing to hang your head about. It's a hard-fought game. And that's what you expect when you have two rivals like this. Two teams going at it. They recognize the importance of this game. Everybody wants to advance in this tournament. And really, for me, on both sides, it was a game of inches. A couple saves from Hugo Farrell, a couple missed passes from Lou City in the final third. Ultimately found us in this penalty kick situation. Louisville just continued to press as much as they could there in the last 15 minutes. A little bit of luck there for the Tampa Bay Rowdies to get this game all the way to 0-0 to force it into penalty kicks. But this was the moment. Just a little bit too predictable there from Nigro, and Farrell doing a good job recognizing where the shooter's going. Does a good job getting his palm up, and it's a classy finish here to end it. And you know, you could just see how much this game meant to Lou City, especially coming off of the last one that they had here at Al Lang Stadium. But give them credit, they did a good job. They came in here, they had a good game plan, very evenly matched game, I think, on both sides. You talk about the shots on target during the game. Tampa Bay Rowdies had 3. Lou City wasn't able to get any on target, but at the same time, they were forcing the issue all night long. Evenly matched play between two good teams in the Eastern Conference that, you know, ultimately penalties, the ultimate equalizer was the settler of this one.
I have a feeling we'll see these two teams again battling in the postseason. Final numbers right there. And the semifinal teams.
The United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.